All right, we're on the clock. So right at the edge of your chair, I want you to be the shape of your chair. 90-degree bend through your ankles, through your knees, through your hips. Try to have those knees hip-width apart, shoulders back and down. Nice tall core. Somebody's pulling on the top of your head. Abs are contracted, and let's start those strong yoga breaths. Deep inhale. Strong exhale. Fill those lungs, then feel your abs contract. Good, one more. Bring your palms together and let's do wrist rolls. Keeping contact somewhere on your hands, whether palms or knuckles. Reverse direction. Hands at heart center for shoulder rolls. During your inhale, you're going to reach down away and all the way high. Exhale, back to heart center. 3 more like this. Trying not to let your spine move with the reach, but reach strongly. Really open up through upper back. 1 more in this direction. Good, reversing direction. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, sweep away and return. Remember on that reach up, as high as you can. 1 more. Good, we're gonna go right to forward arm. So shoulders are down away from your ears, spine is tall, palms are facing each other. Now reach, chest contracts, upper back opens up. 2 breaths. Really, really reach. Now I relax my shoulders, contract upper back, chest opens up, and 2 breaths in chest expansion. Let's move to single breaths each. Forward arm to chest expansion. Good, shoulders down away from your ears in both poses. You're ready to speed it up? Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest expansion. 2 more like this. Strong. Remember, strength increases the stretch for the oppositional muscle group. Stay in chest expansion for your inhale. Exhale to forward arm. 2 more like this. Good. Keep your deep breaths. Roll your shoulders and loosen your neck. Good. We're going to do a chair twist next. To the right, I want you to inhale, turn, exhale, forward. Just that quarter turn, grabbing opposite knee and maybe the back of your chair, but try to stay centered on your chair. Good. To the left side 3 times. If you can sit really tall, your lower back joints are in a better position to twist. One more. Good. You're going to inhale, turn to the right. Now 180-degree turn. All the way to the left during your exhale. Inhale right. Exhale left. It's slow and smooth, but you want to reach that far extension by the time you're finished. Stay here for your inhale. Now exhale to the right. And inhale to the left. Somebody's pulling on top of your head. Sit that tall. One more. Inhale left. And exhale right. Good. Transitioning into cat and cow. Lean on your legs. Round out your back. Scoop out those abs. Belly button tucked to your spine. Your shoulders and your neck or your head are an extension of your C curve. 2 breaths in cat. I never drop my chin to my chest because that closes off your airway more. Transition to cow. Arch your back, shoulder blades come together, even chin comes up. Flexing your back, extending your abs or core. Single breaths. Transition to cat. Then to cow. Again, singles. Cat. Tuck that belly button. To cow. Good. Let's speed it up. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. I still want that slow, fluid motion. It's like treading water, half the speed. One more like this. Stay in cow for your inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. 2 more like this. And straighten your spine, transition right to mountain. Remember, shoulders are back and down, shoulder blades close to each other, palms facing your chair, reach. It's this oppositional. Fingertips are reaching towards the ground, but the top of your head stretches towards the ceiling. For airplane, rotate palms forward, then reach behind. 2 breaths. Good. Single breaths each. Mountain. To airplane. Tall spine, right? Tight abs. Let's speed it up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, airplane. 2 more like this. Strong, strong, strong. Don't let up on that reach. Keep it strong in both positions. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale to mountain. 2 more like this. One more. Keep your strong breathing. Shake out your arms. Good. We're going to do just a neck twist, not a really long circuit, but I want you to inhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. Exhale forward. Just one more to this side. Then two over your left shoulder. One more. Inhale, look right. Exhale all the way to the left. Those 180-degree turns. Inhale right. Exhale left. One more like this. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale towards the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. One more like this. Bringing nose forward, we're going to warm up hip joint and stretch out inner thigh. Let's do the right leg first. Inhale, open the door. Exhale, close it. Try really hard to keep your spine nice and still and your core locked in. Support that knee as it drags over the floor. One more with the right leg. Then it's the left leg's turn. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Three more. Good, sitting nice and tall. Here comes the yawn. Now I want you to move both heels away and wide, just so those knees are not in a flex when we're trying to stretch out inner thighs. So straight back, hinge forward, knees are relaxed and comfortable, then add resistance. Only as far down or far forward as your back can stay straight. Two more here. Good. Walking it back in, bringing those heels back to 90 degrees. Just really quickly, we're going to do that knee tuck and round before we go into our final vinyasa. When we go into the final vinyasa, just a quick reminder, it's going to be inhale mountain, exhale airplane. Inhale forward arm, exhale chest expansion. Inhale mountain, and this knee tuck and round, you lift your knee, grab it, then tuck and round in line with your hips, not twisting, just right in line with your hips. So we're going to warm up those backs one more time. Sit nice and tall before we go into this vinyasa. Inhale here. Exhale, knee tuck and round. Then hold for one more breath. Inhale, put that foot down. Exhale, second side. Knee tuck and round. Hold for one more breath. Inhale, right to mountain. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest expansion. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, left knee tuck and round. Good, right back to mountain. Airplane. Today we're going to do each side, forward arm, just 3 times each. Chest expansion. Mountain, right knee tucking around. Good, back to mountain. Airplane. Form looks great. Forward arm. Hopefully you feel taller, that you're holding and staying engaged. Left knee. And that you're warming up from the inside out. I want you to feel the heat in your abdominals from those breaths. Mountain, right knee. Just one more time each side. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest expansion. Mountain. Left knee. Good, last time through. Just think about what's next. And being strong. And feeling good. And good, release yourself from those yoga breaths. And let's go ahead and warm up ankles. You can't see my feet. Too bad, because I got new shoes. See my new shoes? I had to trade them in after I bought another set of Reikas, but they were a little bit too short. I think they were mislabeled. But I love my Asics. And when I buy 11s, do both legs, I can pretty much find whatever color I want. All right, one more in this direction. Now make sure we're gonna stand up, but I want you to hydrate. Grab water before we move to our balance vinyasa. And then we'll move to muscular endurance. So I'm gonna adjust the screen a little bit once I move my chair and grab water. Then I'll back it up so y'all can see me and we'll get moving. All right, I'm just testing out. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, time to move to our standing. We're going to establish mountain first. I want you to go ahead and line up your toes hip width apart. Then heels under hips, hips under shoulders, shoulders back and down, and then I'm going to bring my hips forward, just enough to extend hip flexors and tighten glutes. Let's go into standing mountain. Really reach. 4 breaths. Core and chest are contracted. So you have to work hard for that deep inhale. Your inhale is working against resistance. Now, I want you to transition to tree. You can't see my feet, but my left heel is coming off the floor, left toe ever so light on the floor. It's your standing right glute and your abs that are giving you balance. Anchor with palms forward. Reach towards the ground. Just one more breath here. Then mountain for 1 breath. Then tree, second side. One more breath here. I'm going to step back so you can see that tree. Now, just a half breath in mountain. Transition to tree on your exhale. Stay for your inhale. Mountain for exhale. Inhale, tree. Stay for the exhale. And mountain inhale. So every mountain is a half breath. Tree for a full breath. Whether it starts with an inhale or exhale. And one breath in mountain. Good. Release for a second because I'm going to stand back farther, but I want you to be able to see foot position too. All right. I think that's where, just a second. I don't want to cut off the top of my head in the video. All right. So next one is a wide move. I want your feet to be wide, toes angled out. Now we are going to be in sun god, but our legs are going to stay right where they're at. And we're going to transfer to lateral flexion. When we're in lateral flexion, legs are straight and arms are reaching in oppositional position. So sun god, soft knees, plie squat, palms up, reach both directions, 2 breaths. One more. Lateral flexion left. Legs straight, hips forward. Left arm reaches up. Right arm reaches down and your palms face your midline. Back to sun god, 2 breaths. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Lateral flexion right. Remember, glutes tight. Your hips are forward. Let's go to single breaths each. Transition on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. You ready to speed it up? Inhale, sun god. Exhale, lateral flexion. Alternating sides. Remember, slow and smooth, but reaching that ultimate extension by the end of your breath. Good. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale the sun god. And inhale lateral flexion. One more time each side. Feeling that strength through shoulders, through legs, and through abs. And good. Walk it in. We're going to do a narrow vinyasa next. Not quite our final vinyasa. This one we're going to stay and you're going to be in chest expansion. During chest expansion, I want those hips to come forward so that your hip flexors can extend. Because we're going to go from chest expansion to sitting into chair. In chair, knees are in line with hips and you'll want to sit into your heels. Make sure that you can wiggle your toes in your shoes if you'd like to. You ready? Hips forward, shoulders low, chest expansion, 2 breaths. Good. Chair, 2 breaths. Is your back straight? And is your weight in your heels? Chest expansion, 2 again. Chair. Single breaths each. Transition on each inhale. Singles again. We're going to speed it up. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, chair. 2 more like this. Hips forward and chest extension. Because they shorten up and contract in chair. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale to chest extension. 2 more like this. One more. And oh, roll out your shoulders. And I want you to take a break and roll out your neck quickly. We are down to our final standing vinyasa, which is a great balance tester. And I have noticed the more I do yoga, the better I get during this drill. It's going to look just like the seated one, mountain to airplane, forward arm to chest extension, mountain, no knee tucking around, lift one knee, hands at heart center. It's just for an exhale. If you're worried about balance, have that chair close. Just put a fingertip on it if you start to get thrown off. And especially too right now, if knees feel too much impact. All right, hips forward, your hip width apart, shoulders back and down. You ready? Tighten that core, let's go. Mountain. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest extension. Inhale, mountain. Left knee raise. Back to mountain. I really have to put my brain into tightening that standing glute and shifting my weight into that standing leg. Mountain, right knee. Good. 2 more times each side. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest extension. Mountain. And left knee. Helps me to find a spot on the ground to look at too when I'm lifting that knee, almost like an anchor. Forward arm, chest extension. Good, mountain, and right knee. 1 more time each side. Strong reach, tight abs, and deep stretch. Left knee. Last time through. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest extension. Mountain. And right knee. Good. Kick it out. Before we go to muscular endurance, let's grab another quick drink. Those yoga breaths, especially with the air quality outside, just can really dry out your throat. So keep it moisture, but also just stay hydrated. Body wants it. Always stay hydrated. All right. Now today, there's just 5 moves in our muscular endurance. We're going to hold each one of them for 6 breaths each side. Then we'll do a quick 1 more time through each side with 1 breath each move. So it's going to be really fluid. When we go to the 1 breath, only transition as quickly as you can hold balance and take care of joints and reach the position. Now, I started wide. It's not wide. What we're going to do is we're going to go from chair, then lateral flexion left. Then you'll soften your knees. We'll go into wide leg forward fold. Bring our torso upright. Transition into active warrior 2. And our last move is you're going to walk it back in for a single breath and go to tree. Remember, in tree, you can anchor with your palms down, or you can have hands at heart center. You can have leg up. You can take your heel up off the ground, or you can keep toe on the ground. You've got options. I like to test my balance, but if I start to get wobbly, I put my toe back on the ground pretty quickly so that I can hold form through my core. All right, are you ready? Line back up, shoulders even back, even though we're gonna reach forward. Sink into chair, 6 breaths. Knees are lined up. And how low you go, completely up to your knees. Can you wiggle your toes? Could you see me wiggle my toes? 3 more. Hello, quads. Yep, they're there. 1 more. Now bring those hips forward, lateral flexion left. Reach down with the right. You'll get this seesaw action through your shoulders, and you might feel left hip lift a little, but I want that long torso and glutes tight. 3 more. One more. Good. Soften your knees to step wide. The wider you can go will be easier to transition into active warrior 2. Straight legs, straight back, palms down. It's just about a hamstring stretch. But I really, really need your back to be straight, especially if it's not supported. If you feel like you're gonna round, you can softly put your hands on your legs to support your back. 2 more. Bring your torso upright. Pivot both feet to the left. Soften your front knee. Back leg stays straight. Then palms down, reaching both directions. You're not leaning into the front knee. You're staying in that front heel, upright torso. Look over front fingertips. Your whole stance between 2 panes of glass. Sorry, I'm getting a Charlie horse. Reach, reach, reach. 3 more. Good. 1 more. 1 breath to walk it in. And left heel comes up for tree. Right glute engaged. 6 breaths. Three more. Now, 1 more before we go back to chair. But I do want to make sure, look down and make sure toes are lined up. Then sit into chair. We're halfway through the 6th breath portion. Are you in your heels? 3 more. One more, we got this. Lateral flexion right, left arm reaches down. Hips forward. Let those hip flexors extend. Deep breaths. Fill those lungs. 2 more. Good. Wide leg forward fold. Toes are forward. Legs are straight. Back is straight. My palms are down, but I don't feel a need to reach out too far. I don't want you to reach out any farther than where your back can stay straight either. Just about balance on this one. You may feel yourself teetering on your heels. That's natural because we are kind of teetering on our heels. One more here. Good. Upright. Pivot both toes towards the right. Soften back leg, straight, soften front leg, straighten back leg. Make sure you can lift those front toes in your shoes and that back leg stays straight. If that back leg stays straight, you get a nice hip flexor and quad stretch. Reach both directions. Try to keep them shoulder height. 2 more breaths. One breath to walk it in. And tree. Right heel is up, balance in your left glute. Then we'll transition. Remember, single breaths each move. Just watch balance, form, and a smooth transition. 3 more. One more. Line up toes, chair. Lateral flexion. Wide leg forward fold. Active warrior 2. Walk it in. Tree. Back to chair. Last time through. Lateral flexion right. Wide leg forward fold. Active warrior 2. Walk it back in. And tree. Nicely done. Whenever I come out of that, I just instantly, this wave of fatigue goes just through my shoulders, abs, legs, but I feel that contraction loosen up, and I love that feeling. Okay, before we grab a drink, let's do our standing downward facing dog. We'll grab water again, and then we'll do our stretch circuit in the chair. Now, on this one, we're going to keep straight legs for 2 breaths and sink for 4. Step back far enough that you can give me that 90-degree bend through your hips. Then keep your back straight and your arms straight in both positions. 2 breaths here. Your ears stay right between your arms if they can get there. Your nose is looking at the floor. Now, soften your knees. Keep that straight back and chest goes lower to the floor. Arms stay straight. Two more here. And good. Walk it up. Make sure if you're seeing stars that you hang on to that chair until they dissipate or go away. And I'm going to keep the chair back a little bit still so that we can expose the whole leg during the drill that you can see, and grab water. So I can, why didn't I do that before? I can totally see on the chair. If the top of my head comes out of the picture, oh well, you're blessed. All right, water, yes? And then let's have a seat for our deep stretches. I want you to be at the outer edge. And I want you to extend left leg. You can't see my toe, but I'm just folding it forward. It's relaxed, it's just folded forward. Right leg's out of the way, straight back, hinge forward like you're closing a bellow. Straight back, straight leg, and add resistance. Only go as low as your back can stay straight. If your lower back's getting really tired, you can lightly support on your legs. One more. Good. Now I'm bringing that extended leg. I'm wiggling it back till I can't go any farther, but I want your heel pressed on the floor. I'm feeling an Achilles tendon and calf stretch. Just 4 breaths here. The one thing that would keep you from doing this stretch is if this extension of your knee is too great. Otherwise, enjoy that on your calf. Just one more breath here. Good. I want you to transition to the left side of your chair. And that left leg is going to come off the side. I move my toe back until my knee says that's far enough. And then I make sure my hip bones are level. Be really careful not to create that curve through your back. Spine needs to be nice, straight, and tall. Relax that leg. 5 breaths. It's a lunge pose. I think of somebody pulling on the top of my head to get this nice long core stretch as well. 3 more. Good, just 1 more. Hold on to that chair as you bring that knee up and pivot to the left. Now I want you to be nice and tall. I even want shoulder blades back and down. Then you twist. Stay nice and tall. Twist towards the back of your chair. Grab both sides. If it's too hard to do it here, you slide your tail end more towards center chair. 5 breaths. Chair twist, but I want you sitting as tall as you can. So much better on those back SI joints. They can handle the twist if you're tall. 2 more. And good. Release that chair. Stay out towards the outer edge. Walk out to the outer edge, and we're still working that same leg. You're going to draw it up for pigeon pose. Cross it over the other. Bring that heel under your knee, and then I sit tall. My shoulders go back and down. Somebody's pulling on my head, and arch your back just a little. Get that nice deep stretch through glute, and you'll feel it on inner thigh as well. If you can ever go deeper with a straight back, nose can come forward a ½ inch and make a world of difference. 1 more. Good. Just slide that into a soft cross, nice and centered on your hips. Left leg is on top, put right elbow on top. Now you can't see me, but I want you to go up nice and tall, but then bring those elbows down. So I'm feeling this downward facing pull, but now I'm pushing forward. Really opening up through upper back. Keep your spine nice and stable. It's your anchor. 2 more. You got to relax those back muscles to lengthen them. Chest is doing all the work. Good. Release those arms. We did this to warm up, but transition back into an inner thigh stretch. Heels are pushed away, knees are comfortable, back is straight, then add resistance. If you come low and you go, oh, my knees don't like it, sit back up and readjust. 3 more. Good. 1 more. Bring your torso back. We're halfway through our stretch circuit. I'm walking it away. Now, right leg extends, toe folds forward, back is straight, shoulder blades are even back. Hinge forward, add resistance. If I start with those shoulder blades tucked back, my upper back stays more straight. If my upper back is straight, my lower back stays straight. 2 more. Good. Sit upright, slide that foot back till heel can't go any farther and stay against the ground. Then just sit upright, enjoy this calf and Achilles stretch. 4 breaths. Still strengthening core during those exhales. 2 more. And good. Shimmy over to the right side of your chair. Usually my spine is pretty much lined up with the legs of the chair. On this one, maybe not as much. Crawl that toe back and then sit up. If your shoulders are level, your hips are probably pretty level. Hold on to that chair and breathe. Lunge pose. How long can you lengthen that core? Bring that rib cage up off your hip bones. 3 more. Last one here. Good. Support that knee by holding on to your chair, then pivot to the side for chair twist. Shoulders back and down, and then pivot towards the back of your room. 5 breaths. Tall, tall, tall. And oh, that felt good. We're down to our last 2 stretches. Bring it in front, extend that leg, and right leg comes on top of left for pigeon pose. Place that heel right under the standing knee, straighten up, shoulders back. Somebody's pulling on your head, then arch your back just a little. I know I talk you into this position every time, but guess what? I'm talking me into that position every time. There's just some key things to deepen the stretch and to protect our joints. So form is everything, whether in yoga or our other circuit and combination workouts. Yay, flying eagle, final move. Cross those legs, right knees on top, left arms on top. Intertwine, straighten up, elbows down, push forward. Don't let that spine come with. Those shoulders should be pulling forward. 2 more strong breaths. Go, go, go. And good. Release your arms. I'm going to leave this chair right where it's at, but I'm going to crawl off and grab water. I'm going to bring this angle back up a little bit because we are going to do our relaxation. Just want to make sure that I'm actually going to come forward a little. All right, because you're all going to listen and you are going to close your eyes when the time comes. Nobody's going to be looking at you asleep, or me. So I'm just grabbing a chair a pillow, because this chair, I lost my other chairs to my children. They took them down to Provo. So because this has an open back to it, I find that if I have a pillow, it acts like almost a pseudo support. So I want your shoulders back. Your back is nice and straight. Lean those shoulder blades against the chair as if you're a ladder against a wall. Then you can pivot those hips forward to what you would consider a neutral spine, a nice straight spine. Close your eyes. I want those deep, strong breaths to become deep, whispering breaths. Good. Now, you may have already done this, but I want you to find the position for both your hands and your heels to where they best support the weight of your lower and upper arms and your lower and upper legs. You just want to feel like every muscle group will be able to relax. For our relaxation technique today, we're going to start on the ground with our feet and we're going to work up through the top of our head. When you relax the muscle group or the part of your body that includes joints, I want you to feel like they relax enough that they just become ultra heavy and that they just slough down or slouch down into whatever's below them. So, for example, first do your body scan. I want you, if there's any tension or heaviness, I want you to send your thoughts there and relax that muscle group. I felt a little tension through my upper back, and it's because I don't know why, my shoulders were hunched up. So now they're down low, that tension's released. And you want to feel equal from the left side of your body to the right side of your belly. You are balanced. Okay, I want you to send your thoughts to both feet. From the tips of your toes to the very base of your heel. Think about the bottom, the soles of your feet first. They're becoming so heavy. They're just going to become part of the floor. Melt right down on the floor. As they're getting heavy, I want you to think about the top of your foot just melting into the bottom of your foot and right into the floor. Everything's getting heavy. Everything's relaxing. And I want them relaxed enough that it's almost hard to discern between your shoes or your feet and the floor. Now your lower legs are supported on your heels. They're 90 degrees probably right now. So my lower shin and calf, they feel pretty relaxed. If your calves are heavy or tight, imagine them relaxing so much that they just slide down your leg, off your heel and into the floor. But if they're already feeling pretty loose, I send my thoughts to my knee joints and just picture my knee just going lower and lower like it's on a slow descending elevator where it's just going to join my feet or my ankles. The goal is everything below your kneecap or kneecap included feels like it's been put to rest. Now we're actually going to talk about our hands first. I want you to picture your hands from the base of your palm right at your wrist to your fingertips, every one of them. Just let your hands be heavy. They're so relaxed, they're just going to be heavy and they're going to sink right into your leg, right into your quadricep muscle. Absolutely no tension. Now my hands have sunk into my quadricep. I want you to picture that quadricep muscle sinking into your hamstrings. So the top of your leg is just slowly morphing in, sliding down into the back of your leg. Right where you're in contact with the chair, and then that's your next step. Imagine being so heavy, everything on top of it's joined your hamstrings and your glutes. Just imagine them melting into the chair. So relaxed, so heavy, they just become part of the chair. Now for just a second, I want you to concentrate on your entire back. Mostly the muscles connected to your spine that go out to hook to hip bones and rib cage and up into your neck. I want you as a whole to just relax it. Your goal is to keep that neutral spine where you feel just as light on one vertebrae as the one below it because you're staying nice and straight. On this one, I want to avoid the sense of heavy, more than just erase. My back feels nice and relaxed. Now, even though we're staying upright, when we move to the neck muscles, I want you to bring back that sensation of relaxed into heavy. There's 7 vertebrae in your neck. So I want you to picture the top one becoming heavy, slumping into the second, number 2 to number 3, number 3 to number 4, until you've almost got those nesting blocks down to the base. And even then, I want you to picture that heaviness staying centered on your spine. Your tension will disappear as it gets down to below where your neck ends and into shoulder blades. Good. Now the very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through the facial muscles. On this one, I'd rather have a mental face lift than a mental sloughing or face hang. So we're going to change it just for your face. And I want you, as we call from the forehead and we go down, I want you to imagine it's light and airy, relaxed, as if your forehead could just float away into the atmosphere. So let's start with forehead muscles. All tension is leaving. They're light, they're soft, they're floating almost. Eyebrows. Eyelids. Even though they're closed, they're feeling light. Your cheek muscles. They draw your smile. But imagine it being so easy to smile, absolutely no tension, light and airy. Upper lip. And lower lip. And the last thing I want you to concentrate is your jawbone. All the way from one ear down through your chin to the other ear. Imagine that jaw being so light, as if it's a balloon that could just float into the air. From here, one more final body scan. Everything feel relaxed. Every muscle group asleep, put to rest. If it is, I want you to open just your eyes. They're going to feel heavy, really heavy. But leave those other muscles at rest. You'll find you're bearing at the room, but I love the sensation that we can still leave our other muscles just resting heavy. It feels so good. I'm having a hard time opening my eyes though. Okay, got to move on to the next thing, right? Start opening and closing your hands, waking up those digits. Curl those toes in your shoes, waking up the ball of your foot, toes. Wrist rolls. Heel raises will wake up those ankles. As I come away from my chair, I want to roll my shoulders back. I tilt this back a little bit. Shoulders aren't quite going to quite be ready, but I want you to sit nice and tall. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. Spine is so tall, so straight. Deep breath in. Palms come together. And as we exhale, back to heart center. Namaste.